Hi, good day. Welcome to another episode of Afrobeat CONVOS. Obviously, it rhymes. Yeah, man. And first things first, OBO back. OBO, Davido, one of the greatest Afrobeat artists all time, definitely back. He took a long break from social media and music for a couple of months, and it's just really good to have him back. He came back with a tweet and Instagram post as well, announcing his new album. He came back with a trailer of the new album, and personally, I was expecting he was going to come back with a single before the album, but he decided to go straight into the album, and well, I'm all here for it. Yeah, it's really good to have Davido back. Um, so today we are going to be talking about albums anyway. Since we're expecting a new album from Davido this week, we are going to be talking about albums, and we are going to be focusing on albums in 2022. That was last year. We had I think in the history of Afrobeats, we've not had so many good albums drop in 1 year. It was almost like every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks there was a new album dropping. From everybody went, like the OGs, Wiz, Davido, and Wiz, Burna Boy, they dropped. The new gen, Omale, Rema, Fireboy, they dropped. The Alte guys, Show Them Calm, Budge, they dropped. Literally everyone put out a new album last year, and it was exciting. Exciting. I'm going to be rating the top 10 albums that dropped last year, and yeah, in the next couple of minutes, I'll just be dropping my own opinions on why I think these albums are the top 10 albums that dropped last year. I'm going to be using obviously production, songwriting, achievements, and everything else really to rate these albums. At number 10, I have the album from a comeback artist as well, Runtown. Runtown took a break for a really long time. Dropped an EP in 2021, Loki EP. That was Sound God First EP. Um, yeah, he dropped some really nice album projects, but last year he came back with an album titled Science. Great album. He had very few features. He had means on it, and yeah, I like a couple of songs. I feel like it was properly curated, kind of like a soundtrack to his absence. Kind of like tells you like this is what I've been up to, and yeah, I really hope he's going to drop more music videos while he has his album out, and he's going to promote a couple singles of the album because it's a great one. At number nine, we're definitely going to have Mavins, Chapter X by Mavins. Um, quality album. It's probably, if I'm going to go by my own personal bias, it's going to be a top five for me. But based on general opinions, its performances on charts, and acceptance of the album, I'll put it at number 10. Quality album. Mavins, Don Jazzy have put together the Avengers. I call them the musical Avengers. So yeah, a team of really talented Nigerian young artists ready to feed us with music at any point. Yeah, it's a quality album. The lead single Overload and One Damo, great records to start the album with. Great record to lead the album, but I really hope they promote some other singles of the album. There's some really good songs on the album, and but it just seems like everyone is focused on their individual careers right now because all the artists have been dropping singles after the album. So yeah, I guess it just moved on from it. But yeah, it's a great album, and I'll put it as number 9. At number 8, I'll put Black Bones. Black Bones, the project. Quality album. Young Preacher had a lead single back in uni. Great record, great album. And Black Bones has already shown us that he's multi-talented. So yeah, when you listen to his album, you see that he picks a lot of inspiration from Drake. Sometimes he sings and does it really well. Sometimes he switches to rap and he does the rapping really well. Great production. The song with Loj, Whistle, great album, great features as well. And I like the interlude. She too like go great great interlude as well. this is one of my favorite albums, and we have to give shout out to the hip hop community. Black was for holding it down for a while. I love what Ojumo to Black is doing right now. By the way, we have to give props to him. And Ladipo doing well as well. And then Shaiko YP, SK, Mojo, Show Them Camp, and MI dropped an album last year as well. MI, Eriga, everyone, Vector, everyone really holding down the hip hop scene in Nigeria. We have to give props to them. So yeah, um, at number at number 6, yeah, I'm at number 6 now. I think I'm at number 7. At number 7, I'll have CK's album, CK's album, Sad Romance. Great album. Although he didn't like, people expected it to meet up to Love and Quantity and have on that single like it. I feel like Emiliana's tried, but we need to understand that feats like Love and Quantity are not something that are always to be achieved at every time. He put out a really quality album. He kind of has found the perfect blend between R&B and Afrobeat because it's the EMO Afrobeat. He has sweet melodies. I like CK's music for the melodies. Sometimes he just hums and it's sweet. Yeah, so yeah, great album, great artist. It did really well outside Nigeria. I don't think it did significantly well in Nigeria, but the impact of the album outside Nigeria is undeniable. One of those albums out there, when you check European charts and all, it's kind of made an impact. So yeah, I'll put it up there on the top 10 Afrobeat albums I dropped last year. At number 6, this guy was the 90-minute scorer. He scored the last minute goal last year, and yeah, um, he he one of the very few artists that actually made their breakthrough with an album. I think most artists make their breakthrough with a hit song, or most like Omale did with an EP, but he came in with an album. You get, so his name is Shay Vibes. He's one of the sensation right now, the musical sensation right now in the Afrobeat scene. A lot of people say he picks up sound from Ashake. Well, I don't think it matters. I don't think I feel everybody picks up sound from somebody. Everybody's inspired by somebody. So it doesn't matter. Nothing is that authentic. It's creativity. You pick up inspiration, and yeah, I feel like the album was a great one. I listened to the album. I personally love the album, even though I don't understand most of the words in it, because I'm not Yoruba. But I love the vibe. It gives me energy when I'm going to the gym. Yo, I keep up a lot of songs. I keep up a lot of his songs. Yeah. Um, so great album, and it's undeniable impact. I think it's still charting on most charts right now. Still charting on most charts, and the features on the album were intentional. Mayoko on it, Simi on it. That Simi song, people didn't think it was going to work, but it actually worked. So yeah, I really look forward to hearing more from Shay Vibes. He dropped another EP. He has this on Buju's new record, and I really look forward to him showing us more of what he has in the bag. So yeah, um, up next, number 5 on the list will be none other but the legend himself, Wizkid, Ayodeji Balogun. He dropped an album last year titled More Love, Less Ego. Great album. First things first, we need to understand that it's hard to fit up to certain shoes. More Love, Less Ego came from the bag of Made in Lagos, so it had big shoes to fill in, and yeah, Wiz really did a thing with More Love, Less Ego, working with the same producer that produced Made in Lagos as well. P2J brought in sounds, called up producers that also worked on Made in Lagos, like KLP on Balance, and featured from Skepta. Skepta was also Made in Lagos, so it kind of picked up ingredients from Made in Lagos, but added a little more love drums, more sounds to it, and yeah, More Love, Less Ego is the name of the album. Great album. It's here to pick up and fit into the shoes of Made in Lagos, but even Made in Lagos took a while to actually, they call it Afro agriculture or something I saw on Twitter. It's like it takes a while to grow on you. That's what they say. But so maybe he still has more to show us in the future. But for now, I'll put that at number 5, best albums of last year. At number 4 and number 3, it was hard for me to pick which one would be number 4 and which one would be number 3, because it depends on what criteria I want to prioritize. Yeah, if I want to prioritize achievements, it will be the one album. If I want to prioritize quality and coherence, it will be the other album. So obviously, so I'm just going to leave that to you to pick which one is number 4 and which one is number 3. But it's something between Rema's Raves and Roses and Omale's Boy Alone. Undeniable impact that Raves and Roses had. Calm Down is, in my opinion, is the biggest Afrobeat song of all time, and I'm not even capping. It's just what it is. It has done literally everything. Undeniable record. Before Calm Down, I would have said Love No Entity, because Love No Entity was not a regional record. It was big everywhere, across all platforms. Most streamed Afrobeat songs on most platforms, most certifications in most countries. You get so, but Calm Down has come, and in about a year since its release, it has done almost the same thing. So, in my opinion, I'll say right now, I'll say Calm Down is the biggest Afrobeat song of all time. It just really hits the highest peak on Billboard, that's US charts, and undeniable impact that song has, and the album in general. So yeah, up there, Waves and Roses is up there. But as achievement aside, when you listen to the album, listen to track 1 to the last track on the album, and you're looking for quality, Waves and Roses is actually a really good album too. Yeah, but Boy Alone was Afro depression. You could tell that the whole album had a theme. You could tell where Omale was coming from. It's one of the best albums an Afrobeat artist have put out. It's up there in that conversation. Get so Boy Alone was a really great album. So started picking in later in the year. I'm a Mess quality record. The song with Justin Bieber and the one with Teiwa, the intro, the outro, great album. So it's really tough for me to pick to say this is the better album or this is the greater album. So I'll leave that number 3 and number 4 spots to you to choose which one will be number 3 and which one is number 4. But at number 2 we have Love Damini by one of the greatest artists of our time, Burna Boy. Burna Boy put out Love Damini off the back of his Grammy Award-winning album titled Try to Stop. Great album, had 2 Grammy nominations last year. It's undeniable. Burna Boy has shown us time after time that he's one of the best album artists, that he knows how to make great albums. It's undeniable. Love Damini is a great album. When we have an album with records like Common Person, For My Hand, It's Plenty, Last, Wild Dreams, you can't say such album is you can't deny such album with that many classics. These are songs that obviously will pass the test of time. Burna Boy went for classic records on this album, and although some songs that people might say argue that these songs shouldn't have been on the album. Like me, I feel like the album would have been better without track 2 to 5. From Science, I don't think Science, Jagele, Kilometer, I don't think they were necessary songs. It would have still been a good album without those 4 songs. That would have been a 15-track album, a great one. But yeah, we can't deny the album is still great, regardless. And with the Grammy nominations and all that, it's up there on the conversation. It's up there on the list. But the best album, the number 1 album last year, is none other but the album that is basically the soundtrack of 2022. Any Nigerian, anywhere, both home and abroad, will tell you that this album has, when you remember 2022, you remember this artist, you remember this album, you remember these songs. It's none other but the album by Mr. Money with the Vibe. Album titled Mr. Money with the Vibe. So it's Ashake, obviously. Great album. I really hope it gets a Grammy nomination. I really hope so, because it's it has no flaws. The production, intentional. Ashake himself as an artist, his career has been very intentional so far. So yeah, Mr. Money with the Vibe is definitely my number 1 album for 2022. Obviously, is the soundtrack of 2022, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Let me know what albums. Let me know what your own top 10 will be like, and there are some worthy mentions though. Asha really put out a great album last year, and it was really nice to have her back. MI had a great album as well. We had Playboy, Fireboy had a great album as well. Erika, the Ortega guys, Show Them Camp, Budge, a lot of great albums dropped last year, but I'm sorry, they can only be 10 top 10, 10 albums in the top 10. And for me, in my opinion, I feel like those albums will be it. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Comment, like, subscribe. Have more videos next week. So yeah, see you.